Well, today we're off to an adventure. We're heading up to Northern Ontario. We're going to go to my camp. We're going to go 5/8 of a mile back in my bush lot. I got a remote spot that I want to mount this wooden corn feeder. And if you have never seen this corn feeder, well, you're going to see it in a second. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do to treat it and why I do this. And I do this to quite a few wooden projects that I have, and this is the most cost-effective and best way I found to treat wooden projects that you don't want to go all black on you, and it repels the water, and it's very easy to do. And then we're going to head up to Northern Ontario, and we're going to have some fun installing this. So let's take a look and see how I treat my wooden outdoor projects and the reason why. Okay, so there's the product right there, the Thompson's water seal. Now you can get that in various different brands. To me, they're pretty much the same. But there's the project there. And what I'm going to do, and there's the whole thing right there. This is all going to go together back in the bush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I treat it. And it's so simple. I'll show you a little bit on just treating the box part. And then I'll bring you back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. So if you take a look here, you could see how nice and dry this pine is, right? And of course this is just spruce 2x4 and just spruce, and this one here is spruce as well. But you know what? You really have to treat it or you're not going to get very many years service out of it. So let's get started right now. And I just got some paper here. I got a big roll of paper so I contain all the liquid, and I'll show you how. Well, we'll start off right here. Now you take a look at it. This is just your regular, low cost, spray canister. I mean, you can pick this up for like 10 bucks. You just pump it up. And I put the liquid in here. And I just want you to see here the color change. You guys take a look and notice. And all I'm doing is just, pouring it to it really good. And when you think about it, I'll just show you that for now, right? But if you think about it, you see I sprayed all the chain and everything else on there. Well, if you were to try to do that with a stain, it would stay gummy forever. And this here will actually treat the chain as well so that it doesn't rust on you as much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish spraying the whole project, and I'll bring you back and see if you can notice a difference in color. And notice the sheen that comes to it that actually protects it as you spray. Well, there we go. It's been roughly 2 hours. I let it sit, and then I come over and I just got the blue shop towels to just wipe off all the excess. And I sprayed everything here, including the winch, the chain, the cables, both sides. And I didn't go cheap on the product. Only took 10 minutes. And I've got about this much left in the container, so it's very economical. And of course I took the Moultrie 3-in-1 timer, or all-in-one timer, off the unit itself that mounts on the bottom. And if you're wondering, okay, so what other projects have you used this on? Well, I built a custom gate there last year. If you want, I'll put down the link to that down below, and you could see how I pressure treated, I used pressure treated lattice, and I sprayed it with a similar product to this, and you can see how well it actually goes on and doesn't leave any residue or marks or anything like that. So that's it, pretty much done there. And I'm not too sure if you can see the sheen in there or not. It's hard to show on camera, but all of this only took about this much in that container. Okay, you ready? Let's go up to Northern Ontario, and the next time you see me, we're going to be way back in the bush, 5/8 of a mile, and we're going to be installing this. This is always a lot of fun installing one of these, and I'm not too sure who's coming with me, but for sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Cheers. Welcome to the north. Welcome to Northern Ontario. And you can see all the gear I've got here ready to go. Took me an hour from the camp to get back here. Of course, you can't drive too fast. And right over here, I've got a trail that goes in, well, quite a long way. And I got to lug everything in there. So let's take a look and see all the stuff you got to bring back in the bush to do this job. Well, first of all, it does help if you got an ATV to take you back in the bush. And yeah, look at all the stuff here. I mean, you need a lot of stuff, and you got to drag a ladder back. You got all this stuff. And of course, I've got this full here. I'll just show you in here. Yeah, this is just jam-packed full as well. And so is the front here underneath. Well, of course, when you're back in the bush, you really have to make sure you bring everything, because the last thing I want to do is go back another hour. So, but this trail I got to take, I'll show you right here. You can see there's a bit of a trail that goes all up and along through here. So I got to hand bomb everything way down there. Okay, so I'll meet you back there and we'll start putting this together. Okay, it's getting heavy now. Let's take a look and see all the stuff I packed down. Well, there's the 50-pound bag of corn. Got my tools in there, my impact driver. Of course, when you're measuring this up, make sure you remember you have to pack this stuff all in, right? So you make sure it all fits inside, right? And I got some tools here. And I've got my pole saw. And you know what? I looked around for a spot. Here's a ladder right here. And you know, this tree's got a lot of branches on it. But if we just go over to this one here, let's just take a look. Yeah, there's not a branch on that tree all the way up. And all I have to do is just cut this one in the backside down, and I think that's a perfect tree. So let's do that next. Okay, I cut that one there down. Now let's just work on this other one here, just to give me some more room. Okay, see if we can push this one over. That works for me. Okay, I'll put the ladder on there. I'll get all set up, and then we're just going to fire this right up the tree. Okay guys, when you're working alone, back in the bush, don't fall off the ladder. I figure right about here. Okay, I brought some 6-inchers. I'll put a 6-inch one in. Okay, try to make it as level as I can. Okay, that's perfect right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to put the ratchet straps on, and then we'll come back and put the main beam in, and we'll see how that works. Okay, you ready? Here we go. So the whole idea is I got to put this in here and stuff it in there. Get in there. That was easy enough. Okay, I got this little bit of a pin here, and put this pin in. Okay, now I have to reposition the ladder, and I have to put this chain through that hook and back down. So I'll bring you back when I'm doing that. Okay, if you're thinking this looks sketchy, oh, I agree with you. Okay. Okay, I bring this down here and then tighten her up. And I've got a bolt with a couple of nuts on it here. And the whole idea is not to lose your hardware. But I got a nice, well, there goes one bolt. That's why you bring two. Okay, so the idea is I got to bring this down here and hook it on here. Now if I lose the bolt, well, that's it, you're euchred. Okay, come on, be nice. There we go. Okay, hook on the other side. I got a washer here. I'll show you this better when I'm got it all done. And you know, I purposely put two washers on there and two nuts just to make sure. Okay, now let's go down and let's finish off the part in the bottom. Okay, I got some more screws. We're going to go over to the tree and we'll mount the winch on the tree. I figure right about here is good. Then we'll, looks pretty straight to me. Okay, I'm going to put the ratchet straps on this one too. Then I'll bring you back and we'll get the corn container filled up and ready to go. Well, look at that. It filled the whole container. And I'm thinking that's pretty slick or what? Okay, so that's it right there. I'm going to put it on the hook, get the winch all ready, and I figure that this chain going across here like this, you'll see, I think it'll prevent the lid from actually coming off ever anyways, like in the wind or anything. So that's it right there. There's the empty bag, and I'll get set up and we'll see if this thing's going to go up in the air as good as I hope. Oh, by the way, I got the timer set on there for 5 seconds, once a day at 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay, you ready? It's getting a little bit windy. Let's get to it, and let's see if this goes up as good as I think. And I'm incorporating all the ideas that I've gotten from my viewers, and especially the second pulley going down to the winch. I think that's going to be a success. And you know what? This total amount of weight that we're lifting today is about 30 pounds, maybe 20 pounds more, because of course it's not a plastic barrel, it's wood. So let's get to it. Uh-oh, something happened. Well, you know what happened there? The end of this tool I don't know if you can see it or not, but that was supposed to be like almost a square shape, has kind of rounded off. Now isn't that strange? So the only thing I can think of next is to, I don't know, maybe I'll put a nut on there and drive it up like that. I'm not too sure. Let's see what we're going to do with this one, because I don't know, it's never easy, is it? Okay, plan B. I found the nut. Now, a lot of the threads are pretty well buggered on the back end here, but I did find a socket, and I did find a socket and a 1/2-inch adapter. I'm going to try and crank that on now the way it is, and the more it cross threads, hopefully it'll work. And then I'll get another nut on the back side so I can reverse it anytime I want. But let's see how that goes. Hopefully, because I don't have no washers, right, to build this out to here, but hopefully it just binds right to the end and that's it. Let's try this again. Okay, you ready? Well, that didn't go too good, did it? Got all the way up there. I think it stripped out again. Let's take a look and see what happened. Okay guys, I found a 3/4 inch nut, and hopefully that will just bind on here, so this will bite in on these good threads. And is this going to work now? Okay, let's get to her. Okay, you ready? Well, that didn't go too good, did it? Got all the way up there. I think it stripped out again. Let's take a look and see what happened. No, it stripped it out. That's what happened. Okay, now what? Okay guys, this is the last chance. I did bring the handle that came with it, of course. Let's try that. Wow! Can you believe that after all that? Okay, is that too much or what? Okay guys, you know what? I've been playing around here for a couple of hours and finally get back to just using the handle. And you know what? That's what I'll stick with. But you know, I originally thought that if I tried to put the handle on, that I'd hit the tree. But no, I don't. So at least now I know that. And there was enough of a shape still left for this to work. Is that too much? And guys, that's the way to go. You know, sometimes you overthink things and you figure, okay, well, you know, I'll weld on that that socket and I'll make it so easy peasy, right? No, these things don't happen. Look at that, guys. And that cranked up so much easier, like a lot easier. So I'll do that with all the rest of the ones that I have. Put a second pulley on it there. And well, I hope you enjoyed this. And I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. I'm glad I didn't have to drive an hour back. Okay, thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe. Come back again. Let's have some more fun. Cheers.